Hey everybody, I can't believe it. I cannot believe the game that I just watched. This was absolutely ridiculous. I just absolutely insane game. I don't even really know what to say. I thought the Bruins were done. I had no faith in them coming into this game. I thought they were done after the second period. Tuukka was awful in the first two periods tonight. The defense was awful in the first two periods tonight. They started missing chances, especially in the second period. It looked like the last two games all over again. And I thought they were done. And then, boom, the third period was absolutely insane. This whole game was just ridiculous. The lead changes back and forth. The inability for either team to really pull away until the end. Just absolutely ridiculous hockey. And what an insanely entertaining and awesome game to watch. And that's a game that will be remembered for years to come because of how absolutely insane it was. Man, I don't even know where to start. Jake DeBrusk. Oh my God, what a performance for Jake DeBrusk. I love DeBrusk. I've loved this kid since I saw him in Providence, but I never expected this from him, especially in his rookie season. DeBrusk was always a guy that I liked, but when he was in Providence, he was good, but he didn't seem great. He didn't jump out as this incredible up-and-coming player. He could score goals. He was a very good skater. He could be physical when needed to be. He was good along the wall. He had a lot of really good qualities, but he didn't jump out at you in the game as this amazing, game-changing goal scorer, playmaker. He was a game-changing goal scorer tonight. What a performance from him, not just tonight, all series long. He was one of the best Bruins all series long. And really stepped it up big time for a rookie, for just someone who's just a kid, just figuring out NHL hockey. It is unbelievable to see how he's gotten so much better over the course of the season and how that's translated into the playoffs. Just what an insane performance from him. Tuukka was trash in the first two periods. And then in the third period, the team stepped up defensively, and then Tuukka made the saves that he needed to make. He certainly didn't steal this game. This certainly wasn't one of his better performances, but he did not give up a bad goal in the third when he really needed to make sure that nothing went in the net. When it was a one-goal game in the third period, he needed to keep everything out, and he did that. So he really turned it around in the third period and saved himself from what otherwise was a terrible performance from him. The defense as a whole was really, really bad in the first couple of periods. They turned the puck over way too much. They were running around in their own end. They couldn't do anything right. And then in the third period, they got it together. They made smart plays. They got the puck out of the zone. They took icings when they had to. I'd rather take an icing than be fishing the puck out of the back of your net because you tried some dumb outlet pass that got picked off and turned right around and scored on. They made smart plays in the third period. They were composed and they didn't blow the game. And that was the biggest thing. In a series that all series long in the second part of it, they looked like they were going to blow it. They didn't blow the game when it mattered most, and that was everything. Ended up being 7-4, but it was obviously a much closer game than that. From Toronto's perspective, though, what an awful defense they have. I've been saying this all series, but what a terrible defense core in Toronto. How are you going to be a contending team with Ron Hainsey as your number 2 defenseman? Jake Gardiner is awful in his own end. Sure, he can shoot the puck and he can skate fine. He's terrible in his own end. He was absolutely garbage tonight with the puck on his stick in his own end. And really all series long, and really he's not very good. He is not a top defenseman. Just they're before Toronto ever makes any sort of playoff run, they need one, if not two, high-level defensemen to go in there, because really right now it's Morgan Rielly and that's it. Travis Dermott looks like in the future he could become a top-pair defenseman, but he's not there yet. He's just a kid. He is not there yet. Their defense core is horrendous, and they need to add somebody, at least one person, who's a high-level defenseman in the offseason. Whether it's via free agency or trade, they have to do something, because you cannot win in the playoffs with the defense core 1 through 6 that Toronto has. They were awful. Giving up 7 goals, well, they didn't really give up 7 because of the empty netter, but giving up, even giving up 5 goals in a game 7 is not good. Boston was bad too in their own end. They gave up 4, but they still didn't blow it in the third period. They did enough to win. That I still can't believe that the Bruins won that game. I thought they had no chance. The way that they were choking away the series in games 5 and 6, I thought they had no chance. And they finally put the puck in the back of the net. They scored 7, and it was obviously if you score 7, that has to be enough to win. What just absolutely insane game. It's on to Tampa Bay now for Boston, and I think Boston plays Tampa really well. I'm glad that it's Boston versus Tampa. I think that is going to be a much more exciting series than it would be if it was Tampa versus Toronto. I think Tampa would have eaten Toronto's defense alive, and it probably would have been a 5-game series. Boston versus Tampa, I think we're looking at a 7-game series again. I think Boston absolutely has a chance. They play Tampa Bay very, very well, and it's going to be a nasty series. You look at the first, the series in the second round. I think a couple of them are going to take a while for some animosity to build up. Not in this one. Tampa and Boston hate each other. They've had some really nasty games over the past few seasons, and now they get a playoff series, and it is just going to. It's going to start up here and only go up. It's going to be unbelievable. I cannot wait for that series. I will be watching every second of it. It's going to be insane. For the Bruins, they need some people to step up. Rick Nash has sucked. He's done little things well, but he's sucked. He needs to get on the score sheet. He needs to put the puck in the net. 1 goal in the first round in 7 games. That does not cut it for his contract and what the Bruins gave up for him. Yes, he's made good defensive plays. Yes, he's been fine. He's been good along the wall with puck possession. Yes, he's made some nice passes. Score some goals. That's what you're here to do. The Pastrnak, Bergeron, and Marchand line cannot be the only line that scores goals. This series, Jake DeBrusk stepped up. He needs to keep playing at the level he's playing at. We need more from David Krejci. We need more from Rick Nash. We need more from David Backes. More from Riley Nash. These guys need to step it up and take an offensive role on this team. On the back end, Torrey Krug needs to clean it up. He had a huge goal, making it 4-4 early on in the third period of this game. That's the Torrey Krug that I know and love, but he needs to clean it up in his own end. Charlie McAvoy he's disappeared. He's been nowhere to be found this series. He needs to pick it up and start playing like the high-level defenseman that he can be and that he should be. He is a extremely good young defenseman in the NHL. He needs to start playing like it. This Bruins team just pulled that game out of their ass. They can be so much better. They are not playing their best hockey right now. If they can put it together and start to play their best hockey and play the way that they did in games 1 and 2 of this series, they could be going to the Stanley Cup. They absolutely have that potential. But they need to get it together because too many people are not playing up to par right now. They're relying way too much on a few guys to do pretty much everything and carry the load. If they can get all 4 lines rolling, all 3 D pairs going, and Tuukka Rask to stop a beach ball at some point, they're a serious cup contender. If they play like they did in the last 4 games of this series, they're not going to make it past Tampa Bay. So, huge win for the Bruins. I still can't believe they did it, but they pulled it out. They played like a composed veteran team and pulled it out in the end and did what they needed to do to win. But they can be a lot better, and they need to be a lot better if they want to keep on going in the playoffs. But still, nonetheless, this is a huge win. They should celebrate it. They should be proud of it. It's anytime you win in Game 7, especially a comeback win in the third period, it's something to be proud of. And I can't believe they did it. But I'm looking forward to the second round, and can't wait to live stream some of those games. Can't wait to talk about that series. Can't wait really for all these second round series. I think they're going to be really, really good. So thank you guys so much for watching. We went over 100 subscribers. I'll be doing a 100 subscriber video tomorrow. I still don't know what to say about that. I'm so happy that we got over that mark, and more goals to come. But like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links in the description. Spread the word about this channel. We want it to keep growing. It's not going to stop at 100 subscribers. We're going to keep on building from there. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and talk to you guys soon.